Top.
This is Docs Dugout with,
Frank Osborne.
and on this episode's guest is Liam Pritchard, who is the D2 CCA First Team All South Central Region, United Soccer Coaches All South Central Region, First Team All Lone Star Conference Midfielder of the Year, NCAA D2 National Tournament MVP, and the NPSL Golden Ball nominee. Liam, that's a mouthful, mate. How are we, son?
Mouthful for you to say, but I'm fucking top. Like, how are you?
Aye, all good, mate, all good. It's good to have you on, and I'll be calling you either Liam or Pritch. We're not going for your full, full government name. I'm leaving it these titles.
Yeah, that's fine. It wouldn't be normal if you didn't say Pritch, to be honest.
Frank, Liam, Frank, and we've got Jacob behind the camera, like always. So, quick introduction. Do you want to tell the people who you are, what you're about, and how do we actually know each other?
I'm Liam Pritchard. I play college soccer, and I was unlucky enough to know Nathan for 2 summers. Met him playing for Duluth, and just ended up keeping in touch with him, and thankfully wanted me to jump on a podcast, which is a fucking nightmare to set up, clearly, but right laugh.
Especially when we're part-time amateurs here, eh?
Part-time footballers.
Full-time party goers.
That's the way.
Any coaches watching, that is not true. We take our job very seriously. Yeah, we'll get on to Duluth a bit later on. But first, we always like to start in with some quick fire questions, and Jacob behind the camera has got them.
So to start off with, first football memory.
Probably deciding to actually play football and going and playing for a team 2 years above me, thinking, why the fuck am I playing with a bunch of units and I'm fucking built like a twig? So probably that, yeah.
Yeah, you were 5'11" when you were 4 though, were you know? built like a lamppost.
Always was.
What's your first football memory?
I think Mum was watching West Ham, just like young, very young.
Unlucky that.
Yeah.
Murderers get left.
I think we lost to Cardiff. Kenny Miller.
Kenny Miller, go on.
Oh, legend.
My first memory is Real Sociedad kit. That was my first ever football kit. Joint by a Sunderland kit, get on that.
Yeah, love
Second
that.
kit was a Sunderland kit. I had a Real Sociedad kit, don't know why. Played with my sister's netball because I didn't have a football as well. Paid at Arnold Clark.
You've got to start somewhere, Joe.
Little red Velcros. Still wear Velcros though, don't you, Liam?
Hey, it's the only way to tie my shoes.
It's not very quick fire, go on.
Right, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Who's winning the World Cup?
England.
Yeah.
Love it. That's the
Come
bad.
on.
Goal or an assist?
Assist.
Pub or club?
Pub.
Good man.
Yeah. Favourite holiday destination?
Ibiza.
Oh.
Favourite beer?
Starmer Pramen.
Like it. Cool pint glass as well. Yeah.
Favourite takeaway?
Chinese. All day.
Bang.
Someone order Chinese.
That's the only right answer. Night kickoff or day kickoff?
Night kickoff.
And then final one, home day or an away day?
Away day.
Away day. Axel said the same thing. Our last guest also said night kickoff as well. I'm against the night kickoff. I'm used to playing like Friday nights, but
Under the floodlights?
but it's the waiting about that kills me. I'd rather get up and you get your breakfast, get a light lunch, play it at 3 o'clock, and then you're out. You're getting dinner.
Yeah, but
Night kick-off at home. Don't have to wait days.
Oh yeah, night kickoff at home is way better than playing night kickoff away because, I mean, you're just trying to rush at the end of the game, trying to get out there and get out. That's the whole point.
Make sure you packed your jeans.
Oh yeah, that was the first message in the group chat for 2 summers.
Yeah. Any away day, just make sure you've got it went in order: jeans, polo shirt, boots, shinies. That takes us on to the first segue of the podcast. We normally go through pathways of the guests we've got on. So what is your pathway from starting when you first started kicking the ball to where you've ended up now?
Oh, I started playing when I was probably 4 or 5 year old in a little kickers program. Worked my way up, playing for
Was that 1970?
62 if you want to be cheeky, but we can talk. Worked my way up to play for an older age team. Started playing for an academy, Darlington. They went fucking bust. Then kept on playing somehow. Then Played like secondary school, county, and then got into Hartlepool when I was 16. Pro debut at 17. Gaffer got sacked. I got pushed back down. Went and played for a non-league club. Wasn't good enough. COVID hit. Thought, fuck this, I'm getting out of the country. Moved over here. Played NAIA for probably the worst NAIA team in the nation. Got a good deal transferring to MSU, and then been at MSU since, obviously including summers at BV Cavalry, Duluth, and then obviously coming up West Texas. So, yeah, pretty much up to now.
So
I was going to say, we spoke about this before. He's never heard of Jeff Stelling other than the I don't know Jeff.
That's absolutely shocking. Like, Jeff's a legend, man. Jeff's big name club in my town, man. He's runs that. He ran it until we got fucking ran over by Raj Singh, who took Darlington down. So I've actually been railed by Raj Singh twice because he's took Darlington down and took Hartlepool down. So I got done twice.
So was you at Oklahoma and NAIA when you were there?
Yeah, so because I played pro back home. Yeah, First Point told me I would never play in CAA in my life. And only offer I had is Hartlepool lost 78 games of film from me. So I ended up in Oklahoma on basically like a 20% scholarship. I went in as a second choice right back.
I mind you saying that First Point screwed you over. We'll get on to transfer portal a little later, but when I was looking into it, Oklahoma Panhandle are now a D.
No way.
Yeah, so they must have got some sort of funding or some sort of backing. But we'll get on to that later on.
They must have ran down the casino that's closer than Walmart to make their money, like, because I'm telling you, that was the worst part. Casino was closer than Walmart. Rough, man.
Sounds banging.
Our Walmart can't get to, and we've not even got a casino. Got a puggy and a T-Mart right enough.
For every one person, there was 2 police officers in the Panhandle. So we were skitzing our tits off when we were out on a night out, thinking we're in the one bar that the police stand outside thinking don't get deported.
Unlucky for us that you managed to stay in the country.
Even worse for me, I have to see you again.
Who were the biggest influences when you were growing up? Coaches, parents, family members, players?
Was my dad and my uncle for my family leading up to that. Then it was, funnily enough, it was a guy called Ross Wallace who played for Sunderland, Scottish guy, played for Sunderland Burnley. I went to watch him when I was like 8-year-old and I thought he was the shit, and then he turned out to actually be shit. And then my first coach that I actually enjoyed being under was when I was like 15, and he was my mate's brother, and it was just because he was like, I'm just going to play you. No, do whatever you want. I don't care. And probably it, growing up, really.
Yeah, nice one. So you mentioned the National League for Hartlepool. Were you 17 you made your debut?
17, yeah.
What do you remember from that day, if anything? I know it was a while ago now, touching 15 years.
There it is, there's the age joke. I remember we saw the gaffer who was in Welsh, like won the Welsh Premier League like 8 years in a row for TFL or something, whatever they're called. He called me up on the Friday to train 11s, and do you remember that show, that Footy Stars, where like Chelsea and Inter Milan would bring in like 22 players and one person would get a contract? So, yeah, good.
A bloke got the Champions League medal with Inter Milan.
Yeah, that one. So our captain at Hartlepool.
That's the expertise he brings.
Hey, see, some of us are just cultured, not old. Like, that's easy. Like, you just get on with. But our captain at Hartlepool won the Chelsea one. So he was training. We were doing 1v1s and 2v2s on the Friday. And I went in and I was like, it was meant to build their confidence because they were like 5th bottom in the league. And I flip-flapped it through the captain's legs and I stuck it top bins with my left foot. And the gaffer went, go to the stadium right now. I was like, all right. So I went and signed the paper. And then the next day I was like sat in the locker room and I was thinking, I'm just an extra number here. And then we went 3-0 up and got to like 78th, 80th minute, and he turned around. He's like, Liam, you're coming on. I don't care what you do, just run around. So I was like, all right, sounds good. So mental, mate. Like watching my teachers that I had in school, like the year before, asking for autographs for the kids and that, I was like, it's mental. I was thinking, you give me detention for 3 weeks.
Now you've got to have some belting stories from Hartlepool, like some big players that were there, or the biggest players. Got to have some stories.
Oh, mate, lethal. So I was 17 and we had a night out, and it was $250, like £250 fine if you went out, if you didn't make it, and then it was $150 if you got fucking plastered. So they took me out after my debut on the Saturday, and they took me out in Yarm, And
Allegedly, because obviously you're underage, aren't you? 18 at 17, so allegedly this happened.
allegedly. But there was a guy called Scott Loach. He played for like England's under-23s against Germany, like top player. Like we had a Scottish captain, centre back, blonde lad. I can't think of his name. He took us out, and I remember we were sat in this booth, and I just walked in with them, and I didn't get ID, and I was thinking, this is lethal. This like allegedly, and we're out in Yarm, and I remember turning around, and I literally just turned around, saw fucking Scott Loach, married with 3 kids, just having this lass on the table in the middle of a bar, and I was like, with the curtain pulled around the section.
Definitely allegedly.
I guess, again, allegedly, hope he's not watching.
He's never going to watch this. He doesn't know how to work technology. He's probably like 60 now. But there was a few of the boys like just like pulling lasses around this table, and I'm sat there 17 thinking, mate, is this what pro football life's like? Because I'm going to be living my life here. I was like, this is quality. And then a few of the boys got arrested, missed training for the next 3 days in the cells. Let's just say there was a few problems with the bar staff and the security. And then just, oh mate, we had some lunatics at Hartlepool. We had like degenerates who'd been kicked out of good teams and had to come to Hartlepool because of save period. So it was.
Can't wait to clip this up for Instagram.
it was a good year, but it was mental, man. There was some things I'd see and I'd be like we had a physio, James Ross, diabetic, and we had a captain, Liam Noble, little rat from Newcastle, like just funny as out. And he used to go and get Jamesy a coffee and shove like 13, 14 sugars in his coffee and give it to him. And Jamesy would be like, this is sweet. Did you use the like non-sweetener? He'd be like, no, that's 14 sugars, that, mate. Next thing I know, he's like jabbing his EpiPen into his ass in the middle of the training ground. Next day, Jamesy got him back, burnt his brand new like Louis Vuitton backpack straight in the middle of the training ground, set it like in front of everyone. I was like, so what you do if you fuck with me as a physio? I was thinking, I was like, I'm fucked here, like. But it was a good laugh at Hartlepool, like, definitely.
I think I've lost that kind of stuff. Like here back home, we had more like changing room banter. Nothing happens in our changing rooms, man. It's boring.
Everyone's just antisocial, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone just wants up the road at our changing room. They kind of stories take us on nicely though. To what was the biggest difference between youth football and men's football?
Youth football, you were basically like bullied into trying to be good. Like all coaches just hated you and said, you just think you're getting paid to just kick a ball, like grow up, basically get a pair, get used to it. And then men's football, you had pros who were like fighting for their livelihood, but they were still wanting you to play. They wanted to see people succeed, but in terms of like standard, it was like level above. Like, I mean, I played with Nicky Featherstone, who has like 600, 700 appearances in the National League for Hartlepool, and he's like, it was the worst trainer I've ever seen in my life, but if that was in the youth football, you wouldn't touch a ball, you wouldn't play a game, so
Still
mental like it.
Yeah. And last question here, what did you learn, like what did that teach you then, seeing that from the early ages, 16, 17 and about first teams, how does that help your career in the long run, do you think?
The most important part of a team is the social side outside of football. Genuinely, that is what I learned from it. Like, if you have a team that hates each other, you're never going to win anything. If you have a team that just spends time together and gets smashed on a weekend, you're gonna be 10 times better of a player as a team. Really, like it was a laugh, like having a laughs. Top and like you know better than anyone. Duluth, that was the main purpose: win, go out. So
yeah, you win just for the celebration. Bit like us here, to be fair. But if it works, it works. We went and done the double. Not quite the quadruple, but again, we'll get on to that.
I mean, me, you and Miles used to be stood there on the 88th minute corner saying, right, where are we going out tonight? What time are we going out? And you think, we're only 2-1 up, defending a corner in the 88th minute, thinking, right, can't wait to get out.
Get us away, we're straight in the showers, lads.
Jeans in the locker room, hung up and everything, shirt ironed and everything, we were ready.
And still no touched an eye on me. It's an old man's game, that. And that brings us on to your transition to the States. So you're saying it got to COVID time, you thought you wanted something fresh. What was your transition like, and what ultimately encouraged you to make that jump across the water?
When I got released, I went to a bunch of like LFE camps, and I got loads of offers, and I was just like, I wasn't ready to leave. And then thankfully I didn't, because COVID hit. Then I decided right after COVID, and in 3 months' time, I was packing my bags, moving to the States. Like literally, first point got me a team, sorted me out. Pretty shit money, to be honest, scholarship wise, but I was like, I'll take the opportunity to move halfway across the world. And sadly I moved to the biggest shithole in America, to be honest. Couldn't couldn't believe it. Caught 3 flights and then a 3.5 hour drive from Amarillo Airport to get there. And I turned up and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be cutting fields and fucking mowing the lawn and shit. And I was like, nah, it's not too bad. Like,
The man that's never seen Kentucky.
Yeah. You ever stepped foot in Kentucky?
not yet. And I don't think I will be if you're still there. Like,
Amarillo's, I know that song.
mate, first thing I thought when I saw that on the thing, because like I was like, no way, this is built around the song. And you get in the airport, they literally play it on loop in the airport.
I'm sure that's what it is. That's built around the song, yeah, and the song's built about that place.
Probably, I mean, you wouldn't build a song about that shit all either.
Chicken or the egg. Well, I think we know your answer, but what were your first impressions of the States in general then? Football aside.
First place I knew, I was like, I'm going to be strict. I'm just going to get on the plane and just live and play, nothing else. So I was like, oh, this is a shithole. I'm not going to be able to go out. And then I thought, wow, I've got myself in a shithole here. I was like, I need to get out of here. And then about 2-3 weeks in, I was like, right, it's clearly not going to get much better here, so let's get on the beers pretty much.
Quite right. What were the differences to home footballing wise? How did it compare?
Like here's like it's just a bunch of athletes who somehow get a job to kick a ball. Like it's actually insane. Some of them are technically awful, but coaches will play them because they're athletic or 6 foot or an absolute unit at the back. Back home, you could be the fattest cunt on the team and you'd still play the 90 minutes and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
We say a lot of the time that like the athletes don't have a football brain and that you can't teach brain to idiots.
Yeah. I would always rather play in a team with 11 unathletic people that can play and like I've watched the game and know what like a football and IQ rather than 11 players that run about and it's 100 mile an hour and chasing their first touch and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, honestly, when it comes to Americans, we had a keeper first year at MSU, freshman. We played some like JUCOs out in like Austin. Ball goes towards the corner flag and it hits the corner flag and stays in bounds. Our keeper picked it up because he didn't know it was a rule. He thought like the goalposts and the corners weren't like if it hits them, it's automatically out of bounds. Swear to God, and I was like, this kid's talking about going D1 and trying to play D1. I was like, you are joking.
On goalkeepers having kilometres. School, completely different, I guess, but school football. I'll keep him unnamed, but if he's ever watching this, he'll know, and anyone that knows this story also knows he is. He's playing the game after having a bit of the devil's lettuce at lunch, and we're playing. So we have like performance schools in Scotland, so it's like all the Rangers players go to a school called Buccleuch, and we're playing Buccleuch, and we normally give them a game. Like as far as school football teams went, our school team was decent considering it was just like a bunch of boys. We're getting pumped this day. It's raining. We're getting I think it's like 6, 7, could be 8. And I know a few of these boys that are playing like they play for Rangers that were my mates. And the goalies came out for one. He's claimed it, and I'm like, oh, nice one. He goes to like, I don't know what he's doing, but he goes and puts the ball down because he thinks it went out for a corner, and he's went to put the ball down on his 6-yard box to take a goal kick, but he caught the ball, and the striker's just like walked up to me. He kept walking up to him, like waiting to. He was thinking he was going to like take a touch, and then he doesn't. And he just sprints and kicks the ball in the goal, and I'm like, what are you doing, mate? And then 10 minutes later comes out, sets himself, and I'm talking 10, 12 yards past his post, and set himself. The whole goal was open.
Mate, it was lethal secondary school and like club footy back home. Like you would get some morons, but I mean, I've seen worse here. Like America is a different breed when it comes to footballers. Like you're either top or you're either like the worst mentally challenged player I've ever seen.
But we've not got an American.
Yeah, we were saying that to Axel yesterday. We have no Americans in our development. You got 2 teams.
No.
You only got one. We've got a development team, but even then,
2 or 3.
yeah, there's still only a handful of actual like home-born Americans. Boys are from all over.
At OPSU, we had the same thing. Like we had a first team and a varsity, they called it, and it was literally a bunch of kids who couldn't even run kickball but would take photos in the kits, and I'd be like, what on earth are you doing? Like, well, here we just have like we bring in like 33 players every single year, and then we have first team, second team, freshman team, and then in training we just play each other every Friday.
No, mind you actually calling me up. Is it before last summer? You don't get dropped to the second team or something?
Yeah, I got robbed last year. Like I basically I got injured and then we got pumped 5-0 off bottom of the league away. I didn't even play. And then we switched to a 3-5-2 and my coach was like, "You're not fucking good enough to play wing back." And I was like, "Oh, sweet." I was like, "No worries." So I didn't start a single game in conference last year.
Yeah, we'll get on to the last season and this season combo in a little bit. But I just remember when we were talking about Duluth, like before we both signed back, you were on the phone just giving it the biggin, saying X, Y, and Z, and it's mental, and you hadn't played in weeks. Same time that I was looking for a new school. I think that's why it was coming about.
Yeah, I remember we were trying to get you to come out here. I did my best, and my gaffers just was like, "We're not taking another one of your mates," and I was like, "Okay, sounds fair." Honestly, probably worked out for the best.
Same with Mark. I was close to going to join Sparky at Cumberland's University in Tennessee, but they just signed like some niche, you know the boys that play national team, but like for niche countries.
Yeah.
One of the boys, they just signed him, and he got this other boy on a full ride. And they're like, "We're not like." He said to me, "He was like, yeah, we'll give you an offer, but like, it's not going to be any good." Like, and I was like, "Obviously, I'm going to wait for a better offer." It turns out the boy that played the national team didn't turn up, and the boy that's not full ride was crap, and that's how Sparks played left back this year.
Yeah, I mean, he belongs in the back line. I can't believe he got a midfield career off that. Like, I hope he sees this because he knows what I'm talking about too.
I'm gonna get him on soon enough. He was gonna come on, but he's in spring break.
Oh, of course he is. And you know he's not in any sober state to speak on a camera when he's on spring break.
He's been sending me a lot of texts actually, and I'm like, you seem pretty sober for 6 o'clock on a spring break trip.
I mean, we've seen him do his best performance ever at hairball, so that was when I knew he could handle it and he'd still be sober.
We'll get to Duluth nights out, but yeah, unbelievable.
You get some stories if you did like a live spring break pod.
Yeah, we were saying that. We were saying let's just film a live video, getting the boozer, set a camera up, and then just.
Yeah, we talked about getting a GoPro. We talked about getting a GoPro for the first summer at Duluth when we were there together, and we were like, we should get a GoPro going and see how people take it on. But
see all these streamers, that gym skin that's giving it the into.
Oh yeah, follow
if
that
was
shoot.
us, we could just get them following us a bit, and we'd be absolutely laughing.
Yeah, they'd probably make a shit ton of money off us if they took us on a night out. Like,
yeah, all would get cancelled 20 minutes in, wouldn't it?
Probably the cancellation would go first. Like,
last question. Back to football. Did you have to change your game in anyway coming over from England over to the States? Did you have to adapt anything, or is it suited to you?
yeah, learn that. Like, no one cares about tactics, and that it's just the first year was just kick ball and run. And I was like, okay, great. And it was just me running in behind. And then I realised if you're fast, they will literally abuse your pace until the point of just running in behind. Like, no technical ability. You're just basically a track runner running on the line. And I was like, useless. I've had you running a few times. Don't forget that. I can't wait till we get to that section.
Aye, how did it end? We'll keep it cliffhanger for now. Brilliant story though.
On that pace one, we used to have a Japanese winger, and he was the quickest bloke I've ever seen. And we abused it, just boot it down the left and let him run. And now he cleans hotel rooms in Japan. So, he's that first team in the conference.
Is that fall from grace or upgrade?
Probably an upgrade.
Probably an upgrade for me. Like, mental that thought. Cleaning rooms.
Yeah.
You think your pockets empty?
No, he definitely does. He was quality. He didn't say any words in English, and then he'd just come out like singing Ed Sheeran or Coldplay. But then that'd be it, and he wouldn't understand what the words were. And our coach would shout at him, and he'd have no idea what's going on.
Betty knew more than he gave off.
Yeah.
Betty knew a little bit.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. The Japanese are always quiet over here. Like, we've had a few Japanese boys who were unbelievable, and I've never seen them have a word. And then I watch them put away 5 pints and think they are different. Like, they start coming out. They start coming out the shell and talking, and you're thinking, okay, this is the real. It's a real person.
I've heard a few controversial stories with a few Japanese boys that same kind of stuff, night out, pure quiet, hit a night out, and then it's a completely new person. But that story's for another time. So we've mentioned Oklahoma Panhandle, and then you got the move to MSU, Midwestern State. So how does the transfer portal work for people that maybe not know? I've been in it a last accident. Frank's had the joy of being here of going on to your 4th year in the fall. Jacob's also been here full time.
Mm-hmm.
How does the transfer portal work?
Funnily enough, I didn't enter the transfer portal. Yeah, honestly, I've never been in it. So we came back from Christmas break, and we had 15 release forms asked for from our 15 like starters and bench players, like 15 total, and they all went to the coach and was like, "I want to leave. It's a shithole." And I was like, "Okay." And then two of my boys were going. We were on spring break, camping in Colorado. MSU offered them a trial, like 2 days, and obviously they checked the stats and they were like, "Oh, we want the All-American to come." So they called me and they were like, "Can you convince him?" So I got back from spring break at midnight. Monday morning, woke up at 7, got my release form, drove 5 hours to MSU and played for 2 days.
And that was it.
I got offered my scholarship the day as I was leaving. Straight after training, he was like, "I'll give you whatever you want if you come and play for me." And I was like, "All right."
There we are.
So,
Yeah. Couldn't you give you any better banter though?
Yeah, I didn't touch the portal. Like I didn't even know the portal was a thing, to be honest.
Well, I can tell you how the portal works.
He's a legend in it at this point.
You know? Yeah, so I mean, there's not much to it, to be fair. You don't actually get to see any of it. It's all done behind your back, and that's why it's a bit scary. Axel touched on it in our last episode. But yeah, you basically, like you're saying, you sign the release forms, that gives rights to coaches to contact you. And then you feel like, I felt like the bollocks. First few days, phone's going off, like, had Shaw straight onto me first day. He was like, he texted me before I was even in the poll. I don't know how that worked. But it's like, messages, emails, phone calls, people texting you about things. And you're like, "Oh, you're in here," and then it goes dead silence for 2 weeks and you've not heard anything from anyone. And you suddenly shit the bed because you think your livelihood's on the line here. Like, if you don't sort something quick, then you're at a job. Luckily for me, I had a few offers that ended up out here, which I've been grateful for. But yeah, as far as what you actually get to see in transfer portal, I think that's why it is scary, because you don't have much control over it at all. Whereas like when an agent back home when you're playing, you know, your agent tells you who's interested, who they can talk to and all this. Whereas here it's out your hands.
Well, I can tell you how it works from a coaching perspective.
Yeah,
because
we've got insights here.
It's just a massive spreadsheet with literally every detail, every stat, and you just sort who scores the most goals, and then you text them. It's literally basically
insights, yeah.
That's such an American thing, though, isn't it? Like stats.
Yeah.
Just stats. Americans are just stats. Like
highlights are crazy considering they're literally highlight reels.
Yeah.
Oh my God, highlight videos are like the biggest fraud ever. We had a kid come in here my second year, Portuguese, under 20 national team, 35 caps, played everything. Came in here, did the fitness test, went and got his blood work done because he thought he was sick. Turns out he was just unfit. Literally, like one of the worst players I've ever seen. Couldn't kick a ball.
We had one, and I'll shout him out because I think it's so funny. He went by Sam the French, and his highlight reel was a left winger, and he was a centre back.
Yeah,
Good
highlight
year,
reels over here are useless. Like,
the next question I've got written down is what led you to your decision to transfer. But you kind of covered that, but you want to expand on it? How did your season go? Did you only do 1 year?
I did 1 year Panhandle. Yeah, I did one fall actually, and then it actually came about because my coach quit at Panhandle, so we basically got him a better job. He got a D2 school in our conference that shut down in COVID. Most illegal, I'll tell you right now, he was the most illegal guy ever. Pulls us all in an office, we're all signed on, and he goes, "You're all coming with me to Eastern New Mexico." And I was like, I'm fucking not going to Eastern New Mexico. Like, and then as soon as I hit the first point portal, not even like anything else, because I didn't know my eligibility was going to get granted. But as soon as he went, I was like, there's no other coach that's going to come in and keep us right. I mean, I lost my 15 starters, like, and bench players who were coming off and making us good. I mean, we were going to finish 7th that year, and we finished 2nd in the conference. Like, we were predicted to be one of the worst teams in the conference, and as soon as he left, and when I tell you his game, we didn't do passing patterns until the week before conference tournament. A single tactic, it was goal kick, pass to the right back, pass to the left side centre back, diag to me, and hope it worked out. We did that for the whole season. That was his tactic. He was like, if anything happens, we kick it long. That's what'll kill teams. And as soon as I saw him leaving, I was like, I'm not going with him. Like,
worst tactic in football.
Yeah, we've got a football manager expert here. How do you think of the manager? Inverted?
Yeah, 2 inverted fullbacks, 1 centre mid. Got Scunthorpe to the Championship right now.
Oh wow, should be in the Champions League, man. If you're playing football, what difficulty? Easy, peaceful.
Nah, it's on the hardest one. I haven't had the time to take him to the Premier.
Busy guy, to be fair. He's a very busy guy. So that's the transfer portal, how that works. And then you got your move to MSU and just graduated.
Yeah, I mean, MSU started rough. Played 3 games as a 9, concussion in the first week.
Is this your first game?
First year, I played 3 games as a 9. I spent my whole spring semester before I transferred just drinking. I'll be honest. There was nothing else to do. I wasn't allowed to train. Put on loads of weight. Went to summer ball. Left early because I was like, I'd rather go home than be paying $500 a week, $500 a month for groceries.
No.
And then I went to MSU and I was a little bit bigger. I was 9 tall, 3 ligaments in his ankle, and they shoved me as a 9. And then 3 games later, I tore my knee. 76th minute of 70th minute or something in a game we were 4-0 up, and I didn't need to play. And sat a red shirt for the whole year, thinking I was going to leave.
We'll touch on injuries, but that takes us over nicely to Summer League. So freshman year, where did you go Summer League?
The Bravos Cavalry in College Station, but they're called Twin City Toucans now.
I was talking to them this summer.
Yeah, it's a rough set. It's on a baseball field. You have to lift the mound off every morning before training.
Yeah, they take the mound off.
They were texting me. I can't even mind the gaffer's name.
One of their coaches is from Middlesbrough. Big Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he is. What's it called? Aiden Tawag or something like that.
Yeah, Aiden Tawag. He went here. Sure, hated him. He got kicked off. He came in as an All-American and played D2.
They are USL 2 now.
Yeah, they were USL 2. That division was a joke though. There was 4 teams from Houston, no housing, just local boys playing ball. But I hit a point where I was like, we got told we'd have coaching, we'd have work at the stadium and all that, and then cut us out.
I was getting told, and I was thinking, I've heard it 100 times with different boys. They get told X, Y, and Z, and you turn up and you're suddenly not promised that job, or you're not getting that day digs that you're meant to get, which is obviously what
$400 a month on food, pulling out your own pocket, just expecting us to play.
You got a job or nothing.
So I went home and I was like, I'll go home, and then just kind of thought it was a better situation. I mean, got a free holiday to Ibiza when I went home that summer, so it was way better.
Well, your uncle got a tattoo to remember it now, didn't you, son?
Oh yeah, a leafy little palm tree on my ankle, sunset palm tree. Oh.
And then second year, so your freshman sophomore year, your first year Duluth.
That was Duluth. That was the first year with you. Funnily enough, I was still coming back from injury, and Rory walks in my room in my apartment and he goes, "You want to play Summer League?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." Hop on a call with Sean, and I was out, signed 3-4 days, done. Turned out to be the best 2 summers ever.
Get him on the pod.
The angriest man alive.
Yeah, you didn't text me on my birthday. Get on that. Oh, Doyle. What's that about, eh?
Wasn't he matey that told you you had a broken leg?
Yeah.
Made you drive him out?
Yeah, we'll get on to broken leg. I lived with him. Yeah, so that was the first season we met then. So I stayed with Rory Doyle, who was his mate at MSU. At the time, like you said, brought him over. I live with him, Gate Guy, still talk to him often. Every few months or so, give him a call.
He keeps in touch with me. Just when he does something productive. When he does something productive, that's about it.
Doyle, 1, I'm still waiting on a birthday message, and 2, get your arse on this podcast. I'm sure he'll have some stories for us. So that was our first year. First year was short-lived together though.
Yeah, you fucking flinging your body around 2-footed tackles.
First 3 games, we won all 3, didn't we?
Yeah, we walked the first 3 games. Yeah. And then
in the 3rd game, I thought it was smart to break my leg, which was not ideal.
50-50 and he lost it. Pretty much, that's the simple thing. He lost a 50-50. If there was a man that game who deserved his leg snapped, it was that fucker for the tackles he was putting in. First 5 minutes, 2-foot scissor tackle round some kid's ankles who hadn't done anything yet.
Yeah, won the ball.
Did you know he's the first bloke in our conference that he had 5 yellows in 6 games?
Yeah, that's how I got suspended this year.
Stick it on the wall. Get a legend.
I was the joint most booked player in the country this year. The boy that I was drunk with was a boy at my old school actually. Boy Naji. He got
Oh my God.
He went to a state school. 8 yellow cards this season, which is it was actually impressive because the way I done it, it was impressive because if I got them earlier, I would have got suspended again. But I waited until nationals to get it. 8 yellows in 21 games.
Nah, some of them were good yellows though, like getting done for time wasting because he took too long to jog over and take a corner.
I know that walk over to the throw-in or the corners. I know how he does it.
Half an hour into the game.
You had to sprint 60 yards to get the ball.
So I'm playing left back, I'm crossing the ball in from the right hand side, so I'm just like jaunting over as I do, and the ref shouted like, hurry up. I've not even heard him. He's like, number 2, hurry up, get there, set the free ball up. It was a free kick, in swinger, set the ball. I know, bad day when I'm on free kicks, set the ball up for the in swinger, pull my socks up, boom, yellow card, and that was it. That's all she wrote.
After that.
Yeah, put the free kick, got subbed off.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. I remember we played like the first or second game at Duluth. We were like 2-0, and there was like it was 70 minutes on the clock. This fucker's like, the ball's coming over for a throw-in, and he's grabbing it, and he's like, soft that, flinging it over his shoulder and making the ball boy go and get another one. He's having to jog over and take it. He'd hold the ball in his hands for like 5 minutes.
Definitely soft.
And then he'd give it to Millie. He would just hold it. He's playing centre back, holding the ball, and then he'd just give it to Millie and be like, "Yeah, Millie, you take that." Ref would be like, "No,
you get that down the line. I'll tuck back in there nicely." So that was our first year. Then our second. First year was good. Final 4, San Fran.
Mate, lethal.
After
Absolutely robbed.
Won the league, the conference, and then I unfortunately went home to get my leg fixed. But you boys kicked on, done well.
Oh yeah, some lethal games in that, man. Where did we go? Iowa first, 7 hours drive, beat them 2-0. Yeah, scored in that one, and then get on the bus 8 hours to Pittsburgh. That was, funny enough, it was like 4 or 5 days before that, Donald Trump got shot in the ear in Pittsburgh, and we were going, and I was like, yeah, we're fucked here, like. And then played Steel City, and I mean that game was. You watched that, didn't you, Nath? It was insane. Like, we go like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 up. 8th minute they score a header off a corner. First kick off it. Doyler, who we were talking about, long ball off kick off to our left winger, who was not even getting there. And guy takes shit touch. Doyler runs in, 2 foots the twat, red card straight away.
I remember just texting him. What are you doing, mucker?
Yeah, he went in the locker room.
As bad as me. Like, I don't even have a temper. I just put in dodgy tackles. He's got a temper.
No, he does. He has the temper. You have the. No, I'd rather you have both, because then at least I can see where the tackles are coming from. I have no idea where yours are coming from. They just come from like disability and fucking not knowing how to tackle.
Yeah, just chasing my fun. To be fair, did I send you the video of my yellow this season?
Yeah, you did.
Got the ball left back. Mazy run past like 4 or 5, 60 yards covered. Last touch, boom, right to centre half, smashed him.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 40 minutes after the game, or like something like that. The clip was already in the group chat with me and Mark. It was already in there. He's like, "Lads, look at this yellow today."
How good is this, nearly?
I never saw a single assist. He never sent one of them in. He only sent the others in. That was the only thing we got.
I got one fair corner. It'd help if boys could score, you know what I mean? Put the ball in areas, is all you can do.
Depends if you can put the ball into the areas.
Yeah.
How many corners went behind the goal?
Oh, mate, I had a curse. I never took corners till this year, and my first corner of every game hit the side netting. Everyone after that was like fine, but the first one of every game went straight in the side netting. Mate,
Does not surprise me at all.
Look, you watch Barcelona, like they're getting paid 300 grand and they mess up corners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was letting you out the football boys.
It's hard.
Some of them can't beat the first man. Like on 250 grand a week and they hit the first man, and I'm thinking my coach would drag me for that.
Aye, you've got Stevie that just sank 12 pints of Strongbow this Saturday, turned up Sunday morning, whips in a better ball.
Oh, yeah, and Sunday league ballers are lethal.
Practicing for corners.
Yeah, we went through everyone. To be fair, at the start of the season, I was told to shoot for corners. It was the boy stand in the box and I'd shoot, which is why I kept missing, because you have to pure whip it to get it in, don't you?
Yeah.
But second season at Duluth, this is when the football was worse than it was the year. But to be fair, our group the first year, I still they turned into like a family, even though I was only there for a month and a half.
Yeah,
The gayest thing ever.
Nah, I still talk to the boys. I'm sure you still talk to them.
yeah, I do. A little bit.
Majority
Even
of
there.
that team.
Yeah.
They were a close bond.
We did what? 3 years at Duluth? 4? Three-
This
two
would
or
be
three?
This would be my third year.
This will be your third. Did you skip?
I was too young. I've only been here 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there it is. Go on, take the bait. Go ahead, go for it.
So that takes on to last year that things didn't go too well on the football pitch.
Oh,
I don't even know how to word it. It just wasn't clicking, should we say? We had too much. We're talking about like team relationships. We had a massive divide. Half the team didn't speak to each other.
easy. I can take over. You haven't got any. I haven't got any ties or anything related anymore. You're going back.
You're retired. I still need to watch what I'm saying. Can't wait to clip that. That's going to be the promotion video for this.
You can clip it, Matt. I voiced my opinion in training every single day. I called this shitter who was on FIFA, and I made sure I told him he's a fucking fraud because he was useless. And I remember
threw more hooks than he did crosses. Punched
my
the
God,
ball twice. And
started more fights, and then he would cry when he wasn't playing. But yeah, that year was more about off the field, like just having a good laugh with the lads and not kicking ball with a bunch of morons, to be honest. Like, kind of reached that stage. And Nath was hit. Nath wasn't even on the pitch, and I'm talking about morons. He was sidelined playing cup games.
Didn't even get a game, and then when we played, our team would go on like battle teams, and it wouldn't change regardless of how the so-called second team would play, it didn't change it. Nobody got dropped, nobody changed then. But off the pitch, we had some
Oh yeah, top hairball, man. Oh my God.
I've got questions to ask you about Summer League, and I've just skipped past that. I just like talking about all the crap.
That's fine. If you skip, you can go back. You can always go back, man.
Hairball, probably highlight of the summer.
It's the best night out every single year in Duluth. It's giant festival, and this year we decided we're going to have a competition. Me and a Brazilian boy versus Mark and a Brazilian boy who can put away the most beers in a day. We started at 12 in the afternoon. They started at 10. I got picked up at like 1:30.
Straight for training, straight back.
Mark put away like 28 beers on his own, and I did 24. And then the Brazilian boy on Mark's side let him down, and my Brazilian boy put away 15. And I was like, come on. So, literally, it's just a festival, tickets, getting beers all day, and then we walk to the bars in Duluth, and it's music no one will listen to. A few FIFA tunes in there from retros and that, and then just getting absolutely smashed for the whole day, and then it was next day's the 4th of July, so you have to
Full weekend on it.
No, it's mint, mate. Like, we literally pre-gamed at one of the lads' houses, just drank, and you saw half the boys turn up, and there's still the Ecuadorians sat on their own. And it was like, thankfully the Brazilians chose to be with us. Quality.
Brazilians are always top. Top.
Luca and Joao, top, man. Top. Big Phil. Shout out Big Phil.
Coming back. Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, Big Phil.
Yeah. Brazilian boys are always good, I think. Crack.
I think they've always got a good laugh in them.
Who's Kyle play for? Faulkner?
Oh yeah, Kyle, man.
He's generally like a nutcase.
I've never seen a man flinging more high studs, apart from Nathan, than him.
Right, off top, we'll go back to some of the actual questions we had written down to cover for Summer League. But I'm going back for my third year. I love it. Love all the people there. All the host families, everyone surrounding the club, all top people. How does it compare to college season? Obviously, is it more relaxed, more competitive, more professional?
It's a little bit slower because you have the actual traditional football rules, like no roll-on, roll-off subs, actual extra time added on, stuff like that. Clock doesn't just run out. I'd say it's a little bit more slow tempo and it's a bit more tactics of actually learning how to play. Whereas like college, you just sub everyone out 30 minutes in and just put a new front three on and just tell them to go and run like idiots.
Yeah, I've told you that we get hooked after yellow cards.
Yeah, you were telling me, and I was thinking you mustn't have played at all.
Most amount of starts, least amount of minutes played.
Honestly, it would not surprise me with you, man. It would not.
It's the only place I've ever been that's like that. No, it matters for you. You don't play tackling.
My teammate tackle.
I think the lifestyle's also it's a lot less stressful in it. Like, yeah, you're still there to win and do your job, but there's no schoolwork, we trained in the morning. We played 3 round of 18s a week.
Oh,
Played
yeah.
golf half the time.
Back-to-back
In the club. Yeah.
Back-to-back 18s and beers on the course.
Yeah, the lifestyle you wish living a footballer's life. It's great.
Yeah.
Your summer setup's a bit different at Houston, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm in Houston, and I work in Houston just to survive. But I mean, our setup's decent in terms of like the house is nice. We've got a decent pool this year. The year before was much rougher. 7 of us in the house, 2 of us on air mattresses.
In Northern.
What team?
Houston, sir. It's...
Get on that. Boom.
73.
I play centre back, and you won't see me tackle for the entire summer.
Or jump.
Or
for a
jump,
header.
or
I'm
head.
doing his dirty work.
I'm a creative centre back.
As long as you do your job, that's all that matters.
Just spam reverse passes.
That conference is shite though. Like, there's some teams in that are an absolute joke, like, aren't they? Because that was the conference Bravos were in.
Is it El Matadors? Lubbock Matadors, isn't it?
They're not in it this year, but
Really?
like Corpus Christi, I don't think they're in it this year. They are looking to go pro.
No, they've just gone. I just been down on trial with them in January. Biggest shit show of a USL club that'll happen. Talking right now.
Really?
Invited us down there. Invited us internationals down, and they had no international spots.
That sums up like American football, though.
Well, I found out like they have to pay you more than anybody else to be on a visa there.
Yeah, that's how it's so hard to like. If you're gonna go pro, it's so much easier. I say easier. The easiest is like in your home country, like wherever you hold a passport, just paperwork wise.
Yeah, I mean, it's just bullshit. Like they have to. But I found out that if you do sign that contract, you get a 10-year visa.
Get us a move there. Eh?
Yes. Well, how am I going to get you removed to a pro? If I can't get a move to a pro team, how the fuck am I getting you there?
Yeah, you might not want me, but I've got a mate. He's alright track sometimes.
Same shit as the fucking. Oh, do you need a left back? Well, no, I actually need a left winger.
I tried. Just because he never answered you back after a while.
Yeah.
Like they were in for the meetings and that, speaking to directors, and then just blackout.
Yeah, completely gone silent.
The last one on Summer League. How important is Summer League for development, do you think, in the US system?
Mate, it takes pressure off you at college. Like, you're with a college coach for like 8-9 months of the year, just playing and training with the same coach who has the same opinion of you. That's never going to change. So going to summer lets you go and show him what you can do. And like, if they do watch the games, they'll turn around and be like, yeah, do you know what? He was a lot better in the summer. Maybe we try give him a bit more of a free role. So I think it's playing in the summer will get you ready for the fall, and you come in a lot fitter and gives you more of a realization of like look, I can play like at this level more, but it's just depends on the college system's so broken with subs and stuff. Like, I think summer league's where it's really at, to be honest.
Yeah, Lucas Fedden that recent on his video done a video on like how it doesn't prepare you for real football. Like if you want to go from college to pro, you've maybe not even played 90 minutes in the last 90 minutes straight in the last 4 years potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your feelings for West Texas? Obviously you've signed there. It's been announced. We're not releasing anything early. You have been announced for West Texas this year.
Honestly, the guy Gaffer Scott. He was Kayo's coach at Faulkner, actually.
Was it?
Yeah. So it was the first thing he said. He's like, I know Kayo, and I was like, oh, sweet. But he reached out to me before the National Final Four, and then kind of said, I'm going to watch these games, but I want you to come. And then, obviously, winning the whole thing kind of put us on I got a fair few calls off big teams and just like summer teams, and then I got the best deal because I'm going to work in Texas, I'm going to work in Dallas, so I want to keep my stuff close by. So, guys,
obviously you're set up in Dallas.
Yeah, he's a top guy, and it just keeps me close. And to be honest, the step up there is like pretty much the same as Duluth, just no host families. It's just your own apartment. So
yeah, your apartment. We've got a boy. We've got Tyreek Bailey Edwards going.
Yeah, announced as well.
Yeah, also announced. I'm not leaking that. That's been weeks and a half. So that'll be a link up. He was what did he win? He won the MVP Player of the Year.
NAIA Player of the Year newcomer.
Yeah. You and him might have to compare CVs. Who's is longer?
Once you get a ring, then the CV starts talking. You got to match a ring now to talk in the CV standpoint.
Come we get a ring. We had to buy it ourselves right enough, but we get a ring.
Lad, we got to a point in college where we didn't get rings, and we've won the conference tournament 5 years in a row. 5 years in a row we've won it, and we've never got a ring.
Yeah, because you play in a Diddy league, mate.
Honestly, it's a Diddy league, but it's pretty. There's 2 teams who'll give you a run for their shit that year. It's Midwestern States Conference. Like, you'll just walk it like.
Yeah, it is. Similar to us. That takes us on nicely to, obviously you won the national champ this year, which is huge for obviously the programme and for individuals. You know, boys are looking to go on and kick on. But you didn't start off very well. You started with your school's worst ever start, was it?
Yeah, we lost to Northeastern, drew to Newman at home. Assistant gaffer pulls us in. He's like, lads, yous are on the course to be like the shittest team in history. We were like 1, 2, and 2, and I was like, fuck me, we're going to be awful this year. Thankfully, we managed to turn it around.
In the group chat, where me and Spartan were like, lads, what, like, get me out of here.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, we just had a bunch of boys who thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and we were just shit. Like, we just played like shit. And then changed formations a few times, and then kicked on. I mean, I'll be honest, we changed to kickball, which is what made us better. And it was play if you can, and if you can't play, hit the channels and hope one of our 2 wingers will get onto it. Honestly, the first day when he said we were going to do that, I was like, oh, we're going to be fucking awful. I thought we were going to be even worse. And then from then on, I think we went on a 14-game win streak.
What do you think, that's the next question, what do you think that flip was? What switched on to realise, oh, how are we going to be successful? What do we have to do differently?
Well, you know what it's like here. They don't have captains or vice captains or shit. They have a leadership group. So we had like 5. Yeah, I was in it too. It was 5 to 6 meetings the week after we lost them to Drew and lost that game. Pulled us in and he was like, lads, you need to get that locker room into shape. And I was like, all right, like, what do you want us to do? And pretty much he said we'd gone too soft. Like, we've been too nice to the freshmen, newcomers. Just the flip was just like, I mean, training amped up. Like, we started running after every training session and said, like, do you know what? If we're going to be a good team, we're just going to run. We're just going to be fit. That was the flip. Like, it's a bit of just a slight change in that. And then I think also we took film heavy. Like, we started adapting our game and stopped thinking we were the top dog and just living with how we play, and every team will adapt to us. We changed every game for every team.
Yeah, which I feel like chameleon. We tried to do something similar when we got to nationals this year. But yeah, if you can do it well, you can do it well. Any insights on that? Football manager, are you changing your tactics every game?
I'd have to stick with it. But I mean, if you're losing, I'd never go to long ball with it.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Would you ever put a centre half up top?
No.
Last one on that. When was that moment that you realised, shit, we could actually go and do something here? We can turn this around.
We played a team at home, Seattle Pacific, and it kind of like that was like kind of the appetizer to being like, oh yeah, we can do this. 15 seconds, double overtime. Fucking ball comes over and Meg the guy on my second, take it out in the air, keep it up, volley, touch through the legs, put it through the keeper's legs, and my striker nicked my goal. And I was like, you fucking kid, like, the fuck are you doing? But we kind of won that, and I thought we can beat anyone. Then it just kind of, it was like kind of just like a rising thing. Like, we went and played the number 1 scoring team in the nation, held them at 1 shot on target away from home, beat them 2-0. Went to Point Loma, probably the best team we played all year. We didn't touch the ball for the first 25 minutes, but we scored. And then we beat them in overtime, and honestly, that was the first time I've ever felt like, oh, we're going to lose. And then we beat them, and I thought, oh, this is it, like, we're going to win the whole thing. And I had boys saying, like, don't get ahead of yourself, and I was like, nah, we're going to win the whole thing. And then you kind of get to the semi-final and you think, all right, this could be one of our toughest games. 2-0 up, 15 minutes in, you turn around and you think, right, this is light work. Yeah. And then Gaffer gives us a bollock at half time, starts saying, "Geez, I think this is fucking easy, this is shit." He was like, "You better start the second half, the same you start this half." 28 seconds, they didn't touch the ball, goal. And then I was like, oh, well, this is piece of piss, like, we're going to win the whole thing. Went into the final, and our team talk before the final was us laughing in the locker room, like, saying, like, oh, well, let's just go out and fucking batter them. And I was like, all right. Pretty much.
You get the assist, winning assist, winning goal?
Winning goal. I had 2 assists in the semi-final.
Probably 12 at night, watching a little little crap stream on my phone. You'd think for the national final to have a half decent stream, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad to be honest. But I mean, I had
Stream my Wi-Fi back home.
3 assists and a goal in the national semi-final and final combined, so not too bad.
It's not bad numbers to take on to your senior, to take your senior year of college soccer.
Yeah, well, senior, yeah, about that point. Been going on forever.
Which takes us on nicely. You graduate at the end of this year. This semester you've just been focused on graduating in what? Exercise science?
Yeah, exercise science, yeah.
Exercise science. It takes us on nicely to what's the future? Football, working, staying in the US, going home.
Going to play this summer, just see if anything comes of playing in a good team with a gaffer who's got a few decent connections around.
Yeah.
See how that goes. Hopefully a good summer and put my name out there a little bit more. I mean, it's kind of tough being like international, as I said, especially with the USL season starting. And obviously, if not, got my OPT on, got the application sorted. Probably going to start working in Dallas, August, start working. And then from there, it'll be a process, stay in the country as long as possible.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's Frank's in. You want to?
Yeah, I want to work in Houston, just a sports journal.
Yeah.
Chatting all the sport.
Yeah, just going to do 1 year OPT, 2 years go back, do my masters in GA somewhere, and then that'll give me a STEM visa because my exercise physiology or science is in health, so I get a 3-year visa after that, so I'll be in the country for the next 6 years.
Plus you'll only be 35, so great point to start.
Yeah, you'll still be kicking balls, sadly. Hate watching you.
Oh, you kind of just answered it. Next question: in the next 5 years, what do you see yourself doing?
Hopefully working with a green card. The honest answer, working with a green card.
Any girls watching? You know, we've got a national MVP here.
If you know Nathan, don't come near me.
What does success look like to you, Liam Pritchard?
If you'd asked me that before the fall, it was winning a regional championship. If you ask me now, it's a good, well-paid job, still doing something in football, like coaching,
Yeah, about it, yeah.
doing something. But
yeah, you do a lot of coaching, don't you?
yeah, I probably I would stay in it if there was good money in it, but there's better money in exercise physiology than there is in coaching.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You have to work your way up and you have to coach a load of spazzes first.
It's all about opinions, and if you end up behind a coach who you don't like, you're screwed. Like, you're just going to hate football, and I don't know. So probably it's going to be success for me. Was playing was win as much as I possibly could and give myself the best opportunity to win as many awards as I could. Now it's going to be. No, I mean, what, 8 trophies in 4 years in college? Not too bad. Plus,
only the 2 knees as well.
Oh, just the one. No, yeah, both knees have gone now. Like, old man now.
We didn't even touch on injuries. We could do a full segment podcast on injuries between the 3 years. Frank's had 3. You've had what 2 surgeries?
1 surgery and then a fully blown up quad for like a whole summer. And then you, what, 2 leg breaks?
Yeah, just the 2, mate. Just the 2. Yeah.
Some connection there.
Yeah, between the 3 years, we'll have 1 walking leg, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, it's rough college though. Like, injuries kick on a lot harder because it's so short time.
Short time you're playing.
Yeah.
You've been out for what?
Yeah, nearly 2 years. Pretty
2 years.
Well, I did all the pre-season flying, first game of the season, tore my ACL.
Fucking hell.
So.
ACL's scary as well. Like, I was lucky enough. I only did an LCL. I didn't do an ACL, so I was chilling.
Oh, that's alright then.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little lateral ligament. Nothing strenuous. You can play on it, to be honest. Just the doctor wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
But with my first ACL, I played till the end of the season. But that
Was it rough or what?
Yeah, just our other defender was terrible, so I had to...
Harsh on Jacob.
Didn't know Nathan was there that early.
Last question for you, mate. If a young Liam Pritchard could see you now, what would he think and what would you tell the little ugly guy?
Probably be really impressed in the alcohol consumption. I think he'd be really impressed. Started off as a softie with that, but in terms of football, I think he'd be well chuffed. I think did everything I could when I came out here, and I think he'd be thinking as if I went to America and played that many years and won that many awards and trophies. And I mean, not many people say they win a national, and then even less people say they win a MVP. So I think he'd be fucking buzzing, to be honest.
Absolutely. Brilliant, mate. That's about all I've got for you. Got anything?
Yeah, good.
All good. Thanks very much for coming on. It's been great getting a little catch up.
Top boys, appreciate you having me.
Some of the stories I've got to keep on the PC side, considering, you know, internet trail and that. What do people say?
Yeah, we'll just follow you about.
Yeah, we'll follow you about. So if you keep that quiet,
Yeah,
I can be a private podcast in the pub.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to try and come to Nashville this summer, at least once.
Yeah. If it's there, I'm there. Get together for the World Cup. I don't want to watch you. I'll play. Obviously England. I'm going rooting for Scotland, who will obviously win it, won't they?
Fucking hell. You going to have your kilt on for them games or what?
Have you got the kilt?
Nah, I've never wore one.
Have you got one?
Nah, never wore one.
Are you seeing his legs? There's not a chance he's allowed to wear one.
Just ran 30k today. Get on that podcast, 30k lads.
Trickled 30k. What was your K pace? I didn't even want to know.
5:42.
Yeah, and then with the caravan
Oh,
on?
yeah, that's not bad.
With the caravan on?
Yeah. Oh, I've lost a bit of beef as well. I'd say beef, I don't even know where it's coming from, but I've slimmed in, lost a bit of weight.
It's all them avocados you fucking eat.
Yeah, avocado. I've just been eating like cardboard for the last. I can't cook. Got to have a peach
The
bod.
pancakes before the run.
Yeah, pre-run pancakes.
Should have been a pre-run beer.
Nah, it was a post-run recovery. That's about all we've got time for this week, folks. This has been Docs Dugout with
Frank Osborne.
got Jacob behind the mic, and it was great having Liam Pritchard, our second guest, on.
Thanks for having me. Fucking loved it.
Brilliant.